Fuck this shit, I'm out.
How's it going, guys? I am SQUiD. Welcome to another leak video. Please leave a thumbs up if you, like me, want to see Bad Company 3 in 2020. Thank you very much. There has been a lot of rumours surrounding BF5, Bad Company 3, and the Sony PlayStation 5. If, and I emphasise the word if, the rumours are true, then it is clear that Battlefield 5 was a rushed game to fill a gap. And again, if the sources discussed in other YouTubers' videos are correct, then Bad Company 3 has been in development for a very long time. The rumours go like this. Sony approached EA and they asked, what games have you got in the works for 2020? That is the speculated PS5 launch date. They then respond with, we're working on Bad Company 3 and we have a World War II title in the works, which now is obviously Battlefield 5. Now, we all want a Modern Warfare game, and after BF1, which we all enjoyed, it didn't make sense to put a World War II game out straight after it, did it really? Playing with the limited weapons of the First World War for 2 years solid, to then go to slightly advanced warfare in World War II makes no sense to me. I believe it was actually DICE's intention to release Bad Company 3 November 2018 instead of Battlefield 5, and then release BF5 in 2020. In my opinion, that would have made perfect sense. But maybe the pull of a PS5 launch was just too big of a payday to turn down. With the launch of a brand new PlayStation obviously comes huge sales. And to be one of a handful of launch games is a huge opportunity for a franchise which some will say is in decline. So as a business, I totally agree with that decision if it's true. The crown jewel in the Battlefield franchise is Bad Company. So yeah, tie that in with a new PlayStation console and everyone's a winner. Except us, it seems. So, we got Battlefield 5, which had roughly 18 months development time. I will admit they have done a fantastic job if that dev time is true, but 5 months on, we're all left frustrated. Content, where the hell is it? DICE probably thought that Firestorm would fill the gap until they could catch up with the game and release some maps, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Firestorm for most part is great and I love it, but it needs desperately more attention. I hate to say it, but Fortnite sets the level for BR games. They update the game daily with cosmetics that players actually care about. Every season the map changes and tells a new story. Players want to log back on, not only to try and win, but to explore the ever-changing world. So far, all we've had is a messy loot fix and nothing else notable. No guns added and skins cannot be transferred from the base game to Firestorm. Criterion, they handed the reins over to DICE, as we all know. Now, this is a disastrous mistake. In 5 months, we've literally been feeding off scraps for any sort of content from DICE. So what have DICE been doing in that time? Surely they cannot be ignoring all the fans calling, crying, screaming out for maps. They cannot be that oblivious. This backs up the evidence suggested that their main goal is making a true Battlefield title with a longer development cycle, that being Bad Company 3. And yeah, I understand, because that's the game we all want. Criterion should have been allowed to keep the reins on Firestorm and update us weekly, if not daily, with content. Criterion did a cracking job on Firestorm, but to be honest, right now, it feels like it's all in vain. The past 4 years, to me, it feels like DICE have been pulled from pillar to post and constantly playing catch up with their games. I don't really think it's their fault. I just don't think they could miss the opportunity to potentially launch a Bad Company 3 game alongside a huge console like the PS5. We will eventually get maps and that will tide us over, although for many of us it's too little too late. As for Firestorm, I think what we have now, well, that could be it. We have the duos back alongside the solos and squads. The map, will it ever change like, say, Fortnite does? Well, maybe they could, like, add a new town up in the mountains somewhere. Now, that would be cool. There's no suggestion of anything changing with the map right now. A Battle Royale game needs constant attention, otherwise they die off. Once people have a few wins and nothing new changes, then there isn't really nothing to bring them back to the game. Limited time game modes like sniper only or hardcore modes, or I don't know, like a quicker storm cycle, That might keep people logging on for a little while, but it's just not gonna happen. When you dilute something too many times, you get a weak taste. I think DICE unfortunately have been subject to that the past few years. You gotta remember the Battlefront games in between Battlefield titles, which in my eyes ultimately hindered the Battlefield franchise hugely. Battlefield 5 is more than likely just a filler game that they honestly did have huge expectations for, but maybe promised way more than they could deliver. On the plus side, the prospect of a Bad Company 3 title with 3 years development should be insanely good, with no excuses. Then hopefully we have the Battlefield title we are all accustomed to. Once again, this is all based on rumours and speculation, most of which have validity. Only time will tell. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and goodbye.
Turn it up!